a magnificent and stunning corner of the planet, with landscapes shaped by natural forces and bird life beyond compare. A land steeped in history going back millennia. Life can be found in every corner here. Beautiful flowers growing against the gray, birds diving, calling, flying, playing their part in ancient ancestral patterns. And, of course, humanity, carving out a place not only to live, but to thrive. The intrepid human spirit is on full display here. Traditions, stories, and family lines can be traced back through the ages of history like lines on a map, all coming together to weave the rich culture of today. A place unlike anywhere else. Welcome to the British Isles.
Visions of islands on the sea. Graceful is the swan when she bends her neck to feed. Multiple flowers and plants we see in never-ending island gardens. We cross bridges over streams and ponds, passing under waterfalls in sunshine, standing in the rain under shady trees. Along the cliffs we walk, and then we sail the Hebrides, an ocean of floating, flying Moors and razorbills. And gardens more where oriental pheasants live, and squirrels dressed in sorrel coats crack hazelnuts and feast on them, then jump around and play, and feast again. In the wind, the shaggy Highland cattle scratch and shake their fur, and protea, foxgloves, daisies, and fuchsia are visited by pheasants and bumblebees. And then the birds of sea again, guillemots and little Craticula puffins, the big-beaked pulcinella of the sea, perform endearing songs and scenes of comedy, stepping on lichen-covered rocks and grass with their big orange feet, and jump and scratch and call and flap around alone or with friends and family. We walk along the island cliffs and see them in the air. And the birdman with a tomtit on his head. On garden paths under cypress trees. And while we float above the deep, close to arches of basaltic rock, countless rainbows stretch their arcs of colored light into the sky over islands in the sea. During our voyage, we were fortunate to visit the coastal towns of St. Peter Port and Tobermory, Duart and Dunvegan castles, St. Columba's famous Abbey on Iona, and of course, the amazing island of Hirta in the archipelago of St. Kilda. Human beings have managed to build shelter and inhabit all of these places more or less successfully, defending themselves against the elements and each other, barely surviving, living moderately well, or in luxury. In all of these places, we can see how important the role of the historical figure has always been, be it the chief, the abbot, minister, or landowner. At the same time, the historical figure loses significance without the active participation of a community. It is the continuous interaction between the community as a whole and its head, as well as their common struggle for survival, which makes these places historically significant. I believe we all felt a connection to the many sites we visited during this voyage because of their beauty, their historical uniqueness, and especially in the case of St. Kilda, the theme of having to abandon the place we call home, no matter how difficult life there may have been. For all of us, there are two very important things that a great poet of the past described: our love for our native mound of ashes, our love for our ancestral tombs. I hope that the memories formed during this voyage will help us continue celebrating life, the new bonds we've forged, and that we will be able to share the many stories we have heard with family and friends at home, and perhaps posterity, of our wanderings and adventures in the British Isles and the Northern Seas.
As we look back on all we've seen and experienced, one thing becomes clear. These islands are alive. The plant life, the bird life, the history, even the weather, weave a living tapestry. Our presence here continues a long tradition of exploration, of learning, of making a place for ourselves as we add our journey to the ever-growing stories of these incredible islands.